Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the TruuuTalk podcast. This is episode 31. No games this week. Back to normal. Back to two topics, like we like to do. As always, one deep topic, one fun topic. As always. Now, as always, we are joined by the TruuuTalk First Lady, Miss Chitty Bang Bang.
Namaste, right?
Namaste. Here. A man who needs no introduction, Mr. TruuuTalk himself, Mr. Ashley. Show. Our very own banter bringer, Miss Milan, Miss Millie Rock.
Hey.
Of course, we got loudmouth Dom over there. And of course, myself, DJ.
My microphone.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't going to say nothing. And myself, DJ Sticky Fingers.
The one and only.
The one and only. Now, as I said, we've got two topics now. As I said, we like to do one serious and one fun. Now, our serious topic this week, we're going to talk about the Sainsbury's Christmas advert. For those of you who've seen it, know what we're talking about. For those of you who haven't, our very own Miss Millie Rock will tell us all about it. And the second topic this week, which we were contemplating doing last week after the quiz, is UK men versus overseas men. And I think that's more specifically aimed at US men as well. So I think the quote was about UK men versus US men.
About London men, it was so specific.
Yeah, we'll get. Yeah, exactly. In fact, put a bit of context on that, on both. So the Sainsbury's Christmas advert. Now, those of you who haven't seen it, there was a lot of uproar because Sainsbury's, again, comes to Christmas, like all the other supermarket chains and other establishments, had a series of Christmas adverts, and one of them featured a black family. And for some unknown reason, everyone got upset. Millie Rock, Miss Milan, what's your views on that?
Mate, I don't even, I got to try and be nice. So basically, I've watched there's a lot of adverts that have been cut, so I might be getting them all muddled up. But if I'm right, the Sainsbury's advert was of a black family, and the dad was cooking a gravy on the phone, like on loudspeaker to, I think, his daughter, and he's just talking, and they were just like reminiscing about when, she used to come to his for Christmas. So anyway, I saw the advert. I genuinely didn't think nothing. To me, an advert's an advert, whether you're black, white, blue, brown, pink, an advert was advert. But I thought, oh, that's nice. The next day, there's uproar because non-black people couldn't relate to the advert. So they are boycotting the shop. They're like, I'm not shopping in Sainsbury's because I can't relate to your black advert. Sorry, does not like Lidl or like Aldi or whatever one it is. Their advert is a carrot, a whole carrot that's like this big, going around. Oh, come on, family. Oh, yeah. Oh, tumbling through. You can relate to that. A carrot that's this big, you can relate. That's orange and got a fucking green stalk, but you can't relate to another human being with the same beating heart that you have, with the same fucking kidneys and ribcage and bones that you have. You can't relate to that. And he's making gravy, for fuck's sake. Like, not that it would make it any better, but I could kind of like 0.95% get it if he was cooking curry goat or jollof rice or fufu or something mad, and everyone's like, well, can't fucking relate to that. I don't know what that is. No, he was cooking the gravy. Whether you make gravy from scratch in a frying pan or a pot by yourself, or you fucking put Bisto granules in a jug, any motherfucker can relate to cooking gravy. Do you know what I mean? But no, these people can't relate. And you know what? Since that day, I've not seen that advert on TV. I've seen it once, and that was it. After that, I've never seen it. There was also the Tesco advert. So, you know, at the minute, Tesco, they do these card things. And then if you buy all the ingredients, you can cook in under half an hour or some shit like that. Anyway, so there was a black family on that. But a black husband and wife. So normally it would be like a black wife, a white husband, and mixed race kids and stuff like that. But no, this was black and black. luckily the girl, I can't remember her name, but the girl who was in the advert, she literally like recorded her being on set and stuff like that. So she had evidence that that was supposed to be her advert. She like filmed it with the guy, whatever, they're cooking up, whatever. 2 T's now, that all the adverts are released. She's sitting there watching TV, because obviously they tell you the time it will be on. She's watching it. Why is her part is not there? Not at all. Cooking the same meals as the other like, families, but hers is not there. And this advert, I think, if I'm correct, was supposed to come out after the Sainsbury's advert, but then now it's not available. But she obviously has it because she was recording parts of it. That's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting to not put an advert on TV because people in it are black. And then people now are like, oh, the world is too, what's the new thing? BLM and BT, I don't know, there's another initials. The world is too that now.
BAME. It's BAME, isn't it?
BAME, that's it, BAME or whatever that is. Mate, why are there all these fucking anagrams and not letters for... What do you mean? Basically, you think that now the BBC, not even the BBC, they don't even have adverts. Oh my God, for once, we can't blame the BBC. They deserve a little clap for that one. Well done. Look at them not having adverts. Anyway, for once, like literally, because black people are in adverts with just black people, that's not allowed. How? It's the same when, I'm sure it was Tesco's again, did an advert with like Asian people, and they was cooking a curry, and I think it's the nan is giving them a recipe or something, and they're like, "Oh, nan, I'm making this curry," and people was in uproar about that. Why not? All these fucking Tom, Dick, and Harrys will go down and order like a biryani, but you can't watch that in advert because you can't relate. Fuck off. And that's basically my view. I'm finished because I'm just gonna get mad.
Stuff.
Definitely
hear you there. Shouts at those on the Insta Live. Hopefully I'm not echoing anymore. If I am, please do let me know. And if I am still echoing, I don't know what to do. Oh, I think I know why. No, I don't know why. So Vincent's message is, can Dake Charlene for a says Tesco got scared and cut her out, talking about what Milan was talking about. So the family of the lady who's black and the black partner, it was a Tesco's advert going back to what Milan was referring to. And she also said but the Asian family, that was also Tesco's as well. Thank you, Carl. Cast is still echoing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to head straight over to Loudmouth Dom. Dom, what is your views on this while I try to figure out this bloody mic?
I actually read, I don't think the Sainsbury advert has stopped because I still see it, and I see it like on Instagram messaging as well. And I was reading all the messages actually on the Instagram for Sainsbury's the other day, and there's some good stuff on there, do you know what I mean? And I think the racists have been scared to kind of rehash it. But I think, do you notice how the racism is always seems to be on Twitter for some reason? It's just like, do you get me? Twitter seems to be some like racist outlet. Do you know what I mean? Like they're just like some racist gathering group. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But I did see in the newspaper the other day, it said the supermarkets, it said Asda, Aldi and a couple of others are standing by Sainsbury's. So they've all joined forces. To create like black adverts and support obviously the Black Lives Matter not the Black Lives Matter movement, but to support like black people and obviously like boycott all the racist crap. But I read all the supermarkets, I can't remember offhand, but Tesco's was the only one missing. Again, the only one missing. And the advert came on just now actually, and I just thought to myself, it's almost like they've changed it again slightly. So now they've got two, like they've put like more ethnicities in there and made it a bit longer. Like they're trying to be inclusive now. So because I haven't been to Tesco since all this, do you know what I mean? And literally if I fell out my window, I'd land in Tesco's. It's so close. Like I'll drive 5 miles up the road now and I go to Sainsbury's to get me. It's that deep. Yeah. But I noticed Sainsbury's slightly trying to slip in because clearly they've lost money. Do you know what I mean? Because one thing black people know how to do is shop. Do you know what I mean? And so that's on them, but they're going to feel the pinch. Do you see what I'm saying? Because I will pull my extra £5 worth of petrol in the car and drive my ass on up to Sainsbury's when I could just walk to Tesco's. But I just think, no, why am I going to support the cause? Do you know what I mean? And then all the races are probably gathering there now because that was the only supermarket that ain't supporting us. I'd probably get lynched up in a Tesco's or some shit. So fucking dramatic. But yeah, all I'm saying is I'm standing with the whole boycott Tesco's thing. And I just think it's wrong at the end of the day because, in the UK, we're just behind in inclusion. Do you know what I mean? As bad as America is or whatever, if you ever wanted to see a black person, do you know what I mean? A black successful person or a black doctor or anything like that, or anybody kind of promoted for doing anything that was black, you'd always have to kind of find an American. Do you see what I'm saying? You could never kind of pinpoint a British person. But yeah, that's all I got to say really, guys.
Yeah, definitely very passionate there. Thank you for your messages on the Insta. Maybe some messages now. DJ Empress says, has someone for a fan on It Sounds Mad? So someone got a fan on? I don't know. Brina's 80s, but I keep saying Brianna. Brina's 80s maybe says, wow. Carball says, Twitter is scum. It's not policed as much of the internet. This needs to change. I think that's a good point actually by Carl, because again, a lot of the comments that we see and uproar is usually on Twitter. There's only really real platform where people can express their views in such a way. And again, so going back to what Milan was saying about the Asian family on the advert, and obviously on the Tesco's advert, as well as the black family on Tesco's advert. Do some of his messages. Empress says, I'm still echoing. So as I'm still echoing, let's go straight over to Mr. Ashley with TruuuTalk himself. What's your views on all of this?
Hey, you know what? What I was going to say was basically, I'm not really too fussed about all of that, yeah, because I know that for me it's like they're just showing what they already think. When Britain's Got Talent boys did the Black Lives Matter dance and all of that, they complained. When there was all black women on what was it, Loose Women, they complained. They don't want to see, if there's a certain black narrative that has to be followed in Britain in order for it to be okay to have black people on the TV, innit? And if that narrative is being stuck to, then you can put black people on TV all you like. But if the narrative is being shifted and changed to make black people look normal, look civilized, and look humanized, they're not on it. Do you get what I'm saying? When they see, because they start feeling like we're taking their representation of what Britain is to them and we're trying to make it our own. And they're scared of that. They're scared that we're going to take over their country and the country's going to be all black people and everything they're going to see on TV is going to be all black. All the music they're going to hear is going to be all black, because already their kids are... Black culture is the most popular culture in Britain at this time, innit? So already they must feel uncomfortable about that. You get it? Their kids love black culture. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for them to get away from it. So they don't want to see it on the TV, what they pay TV license for. Do you get it? And the internet is cool because they don't have to look at that. Do you get what I mean? But they don't want to see us on the TV that they can't control what they see on there. Do you get what I mean? So it's just about hate, man. They hate us that much, innit? They don't want to see us in their face. They don't want the narrative to change. They don't want to see black families on TV because it makes them feel uncomfortable. They don't want to see black people happy on TV because it makes them feel uncomfortable. They don't want to see black women together on TV because it makes them feel uncomfortable. Do you get what I mean? That's all it is. You get me? It's very offensive to us, but I don't think that they care. But it just is what it is. It's not something new that we've just started dealing with. You get what I mean? It's something that's always been there. Do you get me? It's always been there. There was times where there was no black people on TV at all. You get what I mean? And they tried hard to keep it like that. So they're going to keep trying hard to silence our narrative and make sure that we don't get to tell our own stories and create our own narratives and have our own image of what we think black families are, what being black is about. They don't want us to tell our own story about that. So they're going to just try to control the voice. Do you know what I mean? But fuck it. no matter how much they try to prevent it, it will never stop progressing. It will always get stronger, always get better. You get what I mean? There'll be times where we own our own TV stations and that. Do you get what I mean? So it's just coming. It's coming, isn't it? It's a revolution, isn't it? But if you're on the wrong side of the revolution, you're going to be afraid. Do you get what I mean? Well, there's nothing to be scared of, man. We're loving people. We're not people that think that are into like revenge and hurting people and mashing up people and that. We're not even into that. You get me? When we're all about love, and you get me? You just want to spread the love. You get what I'm saying? But it's inevitable. It's inevitable. It's inevitable, man. The revolution's a real thing, and it's gonna just be on the right side of history, innit? Because it's gonna happen, innit? There's not gonna continue like this. You get what I mean? It's gonna when it comes to 10 generations of being British. What are you gonna tell us then? You get me? When our great grandparents were British, what are you gonna tell us? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be just as much our country as everybody else, isn't it? You get what I mean? If we know the history of England, we know that no one here is a native. Do you get what I'm saying? So, boy, it is what it is. You get what I mean? It's evolution, baby.
Definitely a lot in there. I'm going to read some of his messages before I head over to Chids. Hopefully, I'm not echoing anymore. He says, hopefully. Breen's 80 Baby says, they want to eat our food, listen to our music, enjoy our fashion, etc. But we're not allowed to be represented on TV, KMRT. Carl Ball, now I must say Carl Ball is actually tuned in from sunny, I'm assuming sunny, but Australia. Hopefully it's sunny. He says, why has there got to be such a big public movement in order to bring in the black human into the normal? Okay, good point. We're not cave people. We have brains, yet uneducated people in this world are getting platforms. Very good point. I was going to ask a question. I actually completely forgot what it was. So my question is, before I go to Chids, right, to you all, and maybe to Chids as well, it seems a lot of the people who are complaining, could it be a regional thing? And the reason why I asked the question, because you think large cities like London, Cardiff, Birmingham, very diverse, multicultural, but then if you're in other regions of the United Kingdom, you may not be subjected to such multiculturalism. Chiz, what's your thoughts?
So my thoughts on this, the revolution will be televised regardless, because it doesn't matter what comments are made, what the backlash is. It really doesn't matter. That black people have built their own platform from way back. Like, it's not about, when I first obviously saw the comments, I saw a lot of things on Twitter, I was like, my blood was boiling. But then I just thought, well, I mean, this is not new. It's something that's been going on for years and years and years, since the beginning of time, really. So why is it now that we're only getting mad about it? And we're only getting mad about it because it's in our faces now, and it's there. It's blatant, isn't it? But if you think about it on a bigger scale, it's always been blatant. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've had a lot of conversations with people who have said, "Oh yeah, but it doesn't happen now, though, does it?" Yeah, it does happen now. It happened then. It happened. It's going to happen in the future. But I think where black people are evolving as a race, it doesn't matter what you do to us or what you throw at us. We're always gonna progress and evolve regardless. It's not going to stop our growth as a people. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, in regards to what you said, Sticks, about it being a regional thing, I think it's like an age category thing. Like, if you check it, bare old white people shop at Sainsbury's, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? They're going to be pissed. They're seeing the advert. They don't like to see black people as a representation of Britain. But we are, like, those fuckers dragged us here from way back. Do you know what I mean? We never chose to be here, but, you know, we got dragged here, brought over on ships and all sorts. Do you get me? So we're here and we've made a home here. So we are black British, whether they like it or not. And, like, in regards to the comments about, yeah, I see it's like a lovely Nigerian Christmas, but where's the British Christmas? If it was an Asian family, it would be British. If it was any cultural background, it would be British. From the time you're in Britain, do you get me? Like you are a representation of that place, regardless of your ethnic background. And I think it's just bitterness, really, isn't it? Because they hate to see black faces on a screen. They hate to see us in a group because it makes them feel. It makes them feel like inferior. It makes them feel lesser when they see black people grouped together. Because black people together, we are strong. We're strong individually anyway, because we've had to be. But together, it's a big energy, isn't it? So so when they see like a big energy and then they feel the energy from it and they see that it's a beautiful thing, yeah, they will find anything, they will pick holes in it. Anything that's beautiful, anything that is, a representation of power and stability. Like even the comments when they were saying about the dad, oh yeah, but is he the father to all the children? Like that's a mad comment to make. That just made me laugh. I just said, wow, yeah, like black people can't have like a family.
That's what I'm saying. That's part of the narrative that they have to keep going, isn't it?
Yeah.
They have to feed that to the people all the
Yes,
time. Like that's why the black British dad thing is like a myth. Do you get what I'm saying? They love that. Sorry.
No, it's okay. As long as they're showing us in a bad light, single black mums, black dads with bare kids. As long as they're showing us in that light, they're happy with it. But because it was, a representation of a black family at Christmas time, because black people do celebrate Christmas too, like in families and everything, like, it's a normal thing. Because it was shown like that. It's like, oh yeah, but it's all of a sudden it's a white Christmas. Yeah, but when are we going to see our white Christmas? That's mad. It's absolutely mad.
It is a white Christmas when it snows.
Exactly. I didn't think the white Christmas term meant colour, but you've just got ignorant people who were going to say that because that's the only thing that they could come back with. They were going to say, they were going to say something about it straight away. There was nothing else that they could say apart from, oh, it's a black family representing Britain, representing British Christmas on a TV screen. Mad. I never took offense to it. Fuck them, because we're still going to shine regardless. So fuck them.
Left me a lot of stuff up in there. I read some of the messages. In fact, before I read the messages, I like, there's something that Chidi said up in that point, actually, in talking about, regardless of where you're from, it still be a British Christmas. If you're Nigerian descent or, Caribbean descent, Asian descent, wherever your family's from, it will still be a British Christmas. I actually 100% agree with that. DJ Empress says exactly, because it's there in our face. Brina maybe says, real talk, that's true. I think going back to what Chidi said. Empress says, from our ancestors, we knew what to expect, so no new surprise. We have a platform that no one will take. Also says, we have created a lot, but now it's being recognised. We, the cause of racism, COVID, etc., try to bring us down. Carball says, you need to blame the corporations because they are listening and not making their own stance. DJ Empress says, yeah, but gravy, though, that's what gets to me. Saying it's just gravy. It wasn't like it was, I don't know, jerk chicken, ackee and saltfish, right? Don't forget, as we found out last week, ackee and saltfish is a national dish of Jamaica, okay? 33 God says, mixed heritage should have brought an end to this a long time ago. You can be mixed Chinese, mixed white, black, Indian. The future asks a mix of all nations. How it started, it will end. We are one race, the human race. By now, there is probably more mixed than any one nation. Fair enough.
But that's why they're scared, though, man. That's what they're afraid of, innit? They're afraid that too many people will think like you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question to you all and to those in the comments, right? Quite simply, what is the issue with the Tesco's adverts or Sainsbury's adverts? What is that? No, forget Tesco's. I'm not using that example. What's the actual issue with the Sainsbury's advert?
What do you mean?
I think it's not the issue as such. I think it's more a case of the uproar. I mean, we have been watching, like, okay, for example, when
No, what I
Jamie
mean
Oliver
is,
did Jerk
what,
Rice.
no, what I mean
You know
is,
what I mean?
when I say what is the issue, why is there an uproar? Okay, my question is very
Well,
blanket. I know
yeah,
what
that's what I'm getting
is there
at.
to be uproar about?
And that's what I'm getting at. Like, we have been watching white people on the TV for years. Do you know what I mean? Like booty shaking is not popular until a white person does it. Having big lips and a big bum ain't popular on a black girl till Kim Kardashian does it. Do you see what I'm saying? But it's like when Jamie Oliver did Jerk Rice, we weren't like, oh my gosh, he's stealing our culture. All right, we thought, all right, dickhead, you're taking it a bit too far. Do you know what I mean? But however, there were no racist slur in it. Like, yeah, do you know what I mean? Cast out Jamie Oliver. Do you know what I mean? The white guy, na. So I just don't understand. Like, there's like one little thing for us, and it took how many decades? And then think, but I say it and I'll say it again. A racist will always be a racist. You can never change the mind of a racist, period. Do you see what I'm saying? So as a black people, like Ashley said, Ashley hit the nail on the head. Do you get me? It's just the fear. We're happy people. We're loving people.
I
People
do
love
think you
the
can.
culture.
I do think people can change though, because I know people that would say to me, "I used to be racist." Do you get it? Like that? And I've not, like, I know them. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not. Probably they might have a couple racist cousins and family members still. Do you get it? But their experiences have
Yeah, but
changed
that's
their
different.
perception, because experience is perception, isn't it? So
Yeah.
if you've never experienced no black people, you might be a little bit racist, isn't it? But when you experience some black people and experience it in a good way, in a positive way that changes your life, you're probably not going to be as racist as you were before. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
On that, let me some messages. Sorry,
Oh,
go on.
sorry.
No, go
No,
on.
I'm
Sorry.
just saying that I think with like black people are racist, like the older generation. Remember, we never seen what they went through when they come here. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, remember, like white people wouldn't even exchange money in hands with a black person. They'd be like slamming it down on the counter, or like, you know, a black person walked into the shop, security guards fucking sat on their shoulder. Do you know what I mean? So is an experience as opposed to why are you racist towards black people? Like, what have we done? Do you get me? We got labeled as thieves for years. But why? Who? Like, I don't know one black thief. Do you know what I mean? I know loads of black decoys. So they'll walk around the shop so security follows them while the white friends steal the things.
Dumb. Don't say that there's hella black thieves out here, because hella black thieves, cuz. Yeah. You get me? I can't co-sign that comment still. Man, black thieves, cuz. Let's not make the thieving thing about race. You know what I'm saying? There's bare thieves out here, guys. You get me? We've got thieves in all races.
Let me read some messages, and then before we go on to our next topic, right? So Carl Ball says he hasn't seen the advert. He's unable to find it in his country. So Carl, just keep it simple. If you just imagine that your normal Christmas adverts, you know, you got what is it? It's coming, not It's Coming Home. What's the Coca-Cola one? You got the Marks and Spencer's.
Santa Claus is coming.
Yeah, Santa Claus is coming. This is your usual advert, usual Christmas advert with the turkey and whatever. And Sainsbury's, I think, released a few of them, and one happened to have an Asian family doing what they were doing, and one had a black family, and for some reason everyone got upset. Going on to what Don was saying, Carl says racism is taught, which I agree with. Empress says, yes, but did we need the advert just to include us? I think it's quite sad. Brina Zabib agrees with Carl. Empress says, exactly, Carl, I was taught from the 80s. Brina Zabib says, yeah, the Windrush generation went through it. Going back to what Lama Don was saying, 33 God says, that's true, Carl, 100. Talking about racism is taught. It's not. Yeah, it is taught. You're not born racist. You're taught racism. Any other things to touch on that one before we go on to our next topic? No, and no. Right. So moving on to our second topic. Right now, I know last week Brina's baby had a lot to say on this one, but she'll keep quiet this week. I don't want to hear from her. I don't want to hear from Empress either. I'm just playing. So, second topic is UK men we've got versus overseas men, but more specifically, it's UK men versus US men. Now, to put a bit of context on this, there was a post that Chili tagged me in, and it was by a lady called Shah Shah. I tried to search for it today. And Shah Shah is either the current girlfriend of Digga D, the rapper, or ex-girlfriend of Digga D, the rapper. And she made a comment saying that US men are better than UK men. If you don't know who Digga D is, he does music. Ash, give us some tunes. I think Bilal might know some of his songs. But yeah,
wait. Jump out, Raz. Wait.
What do you mean might know? Are you mad? If you don't know Digga D, get to know it. I mean, how do you not know? He's got a whole programme on BBC iPlayer, which was on BBC Three. That's really interesting if you want to know about his life, just saying.
Yeah, we're not here promoting Digga D, but I'm just saying she is either current girlfriend or ex-girlfriend or in and off relationship with Digga D, and she said that US men are better than UK men. Now, ladies, I obviously got to go to you first because, I mean, again, Ash and I are going to always disagree in terms of what ladies say. So, Ash and I are on the same page. Ladies, who wants to go? Dom, in fact, let's just go straight to Dom. I know Loudmouth Dom's got a lot to say as always. Loudmouth Dom. We go from Dom to Chids, then to Milan.
I'm just going to start off with, like, American guys used to brag about licking pum. British guys were like, oh, we don't do them things. No. Then all of a sudden, they're all doing it on the down low. Yeah? Eating booty is big in America, yeah? Do you get me? Like I think, like, American guys are just, like, they're more, like, open and upfront about their freakery. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I just find, like, English guys a bit more reserved. Do you see what I'm saying? Plus, I noticed as well, there's always, like, a bit of a height difference. Like, if you want a tall guy, like, American guys come taller. Like, if you're looking for 6 foot plus, like, they're always big. But if you look in the UK, like, what is up with the growth, like, with British guys? They're always small, like, short-wise. Do you know what I mean? Like, height. Like, I just don't know what it is. Like, very rare do you see, like, a tall, like, British guy. But I feel like there's more promotion for American guys. I don't know what it is. They just got that whole smooth operator thing, haven't they? Like, and then the way, like, we grew up watching American films, we're kind of half sold on that whole American thing anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, Will Smith sold us from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know, we were all like, oh, we want a Will. Maybe not now after fucking Jada just wrecked his ass. But, you know, back in the day, he was popping. But I think, like, they're more like of a trend setter. And I think you always want what you can't have because they're, like, overseas. You think, yeah, do you know what I mean? If I had an American guy, you know, and it's like, okay, like, if depending on what your preference is, like Latin guys or whatever, like, you can't find a Latin guy in UK. Do you see what I'm saying? You know, you can't find, like, you're not going to see, like, some of these Instagram models really in the UK. I don't know. They're just like a bit of a next level sort of thing. Not that I'm disrespecting my UK guys, do you know what I mean? Because, you know, they've still got it and stuff. However, you know, they are a bit backwards in coming forwards. So I'm saying, because I know you two are laughing, but I know at least one of you must eat booty on here. Trying to figure out which one. Sticky's laughing.
Sticks. That's 100% sticks.
He ain't even denying. He's just got a big grin on his face.
Let me just put that one out there from now. If there's 1 out of 2 of us, it's sticks, blood. Yeah, definitely ain't me.
If he was American, he'd be like, yeah, I gotta eat the booty like groceries.
First of all, that's the exit, not an entrance, okay? Right? Secondly, right, Dom, to counteract your argument, everything you've just said, in fact, first of all, you said about the height of men, yeah? You said the taller men in US. The UK has a population of 66 million people. The US has a population of 328 million people. Bands of probability, there are going to be more taller people there because there's more people. Thirdly, everything you just said about men, everything you just listed, right? We could say the same about women. Not saying I am, I'm saying we could do. So you mentioned Latino men.
Sticks,
You like the way I did
I
that,
was
right?
thinking the same shit.
Exactly.
I was like, mate, I can't get enough Instagram. I don't see no Puerto Rican bitches walking down the road. Maybe you're right, Dom. Maybe you're right.
Yeah, it's right though.
Nah, it's true. Yeah, it's true still.
But yeah,
I never looked at it like that. It's very true. Very true.
But Dom,
it's because we don't have it, innit? It's because we don't have it.
But Dom, check this. You mentioned the things that American men say they will do. You said if there's an American man, he'd say he would do this, that, and the other, right? Same with American women, right? We see it. They rap about it. So everything you've just said about American men versus UK men, you can have the same argument with women as well. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying personally. I'm just saying you could do.
A classier bunch, British women. Like, we're known for being like a more reserved, like classier type woman. Do you know what I mean? Like, even I think like the hood women of the UK are a lot classier than the hood women of America. Do you know what I mean? Like, they kind of hold it together a bit better, I find.
No comment. I'm going to read some messages, right? Empress says she's on her best behavior. I don't want to hear from Empress. Yeah, I'm telling you from now. 33 God said, based on a kid. Brina's A Baby says, I'm clueless. Carl says, I don't know him. Haha, I'm out of the loop. Yeah, I think Milan was going to tell you a bit about him, but yeah, we'll worry about that later. Empress says, I think US as when they take you out to dinner, your belly full with big portions. Fair enough. Empress says, oh, Dom, covers eyes emoji. Brina says they're boring. I'm not sure if they're talking about UK men are boring or US men are boring. It says, at 5'5", I struggle to find a British guy with a nice height.
Told you, something in that water. Stunting them British guys, bro. I'm telling you.
But
they got to be like 5'8", 6
Can I just say something about height?
5'5".
Can we talk about height? Yeah. Let's talk about height now. Yeah.
Wait. Before you do, hold on. I need to know. She said she can't find someone taller than 5'5". Is she looking in Toys R Us or something for guys or something like mamas and papas?
No, that's.
Don't worry about how tall I am. Don't
how tall do you think? Yeah.
5'6"
is that okay? Very tall.
Sticks
is very tall. Very, very tall.
I'm 5'11" and a half.
He's chatting shit. He's chatting. Don't get carried away.
5'11" and a half.
He's like 6'1" at least, minimum.
Chiz, what are you going to say about height?
No, I was just going to say about height, the comments about, I can't remember who said it about, I don't know if they struggle to find tall men or whatever. And
it was Brina, yeah.
I'm 5'3" and a fucking half, yeah. Everybody's taller than me. So I just wanted to put that
You're
out there.
in the right country.
My views on it, I'm not going to talk about US men. I'm just going to talk about the topic, which is UK men versus overseas men, yeah. In my experience, not sexual experience, just my experience as a human being, as a woman, I'm well traveled. So all the countries that I've been to, in my personal opinion, I find that overseas men, they embrace women more openly, and they're more in touch with this is not me saying that UK men are not in touch with femininity, but they are UK men who are in touch with femininity, but not in the context and maybe not on the same level as overseas men. Overseas men, they look at women as literally as the center of the universe, innit? So whether they're chatting shit in your ear to get a visa or whether they're just being totally honest, and a man from overseas has the ability to make you feel like an absolute queen, They will embrace, if you've got imperfections or anything that you find like that you're insecure about, they will embrace them. Do you get me? They will openly tell the world that they love you, and they will put you on display. Like that's what they're like. Like, I've gone to Jamaica, I've been to America, I've been to so many places and that. and they're just free and open, and they look at women for their beauty. Do you get me? And they'll put you there and say, look at this woman. They will take you out, do you get me? And you will have the most great experiences with them, and they will do all that. And I just think it's like UK men, they're just not, it's not there. It's not in the culture. It's not shown to them. Do you get me? They are UK. I always say, like, UK men are a little bit slow in development when it comes to, like, not saying that they treat women badly, because they don't. It's not necessarily treating them badly, but they just don't know how to display their affection and to actually look at the woman and say, this is a woman, do you get me? And she's magical, and she's this, that, and the other. They'll either just slide in your DMs, or you'll have a little private conversation between you two, but they won't openly. And they won't openly do it. And I think sometimes it's just to save face, because like, they're British men seem to be more for their brethren. You get me? They're like, yeah, they'll give that same energy. If they gave that same energy that they give to their brethren, if they give it to a woman, then they would be winning. Do you get me? A woman would do the most for you if you actually just embraced her. But I think, like, female empowerment, women empowerment in Britain comes from other women. Men don't empower, UK men don't empower women the way that an American, like, obviously my page is an open page, do you get me? And the love and the beautiful comments and the niceness I get on my posts are from, when it's men, it's from men who are overseas. All the UK men will slide in my DMs telling me I'm madness. Do you know what I mean? But they won't openly do it. It's crazy. Whereas, like, we'll say American men, they just seem to be more, I don't know. It's like, oh shit. Like, many times in my mind, I thought, should I move to America? Like, do you get me? Because, like, it's the love in the UK is different. Do you know what I mean? It's like you got a proper fuck it and drag it out of a UK man, because they're less in touch with their emotions. I don't know whether it's just an overseas thing where they're in the sun all the time and everything is love and warmth and happiness, but it just ain't it in the UK. It doesn't happen. It happens later on as you get, like, I find, like, as I get older, they're getting a little bit better, but there's lots of room for improvement. Do you get me? So, yeah.
Chiz, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to challenge you on that one, right? But let me read some messages before I lose them. And I'm going to challenge you on that. 1 sec. Same way I challenged Dom. So Green says, I'm moving to the US. Fair enough. Carl says, this is very, very simple. It goes back to education, how you treat people. And he also says, Dom, stop talking about aesthetics. Good point. DJ Empress says, well, I'm 5'3". I ain't finding shit. Now, again, like Brina, I don't know where you guys are looking for men, because if you're 5'5" and 5'3", it shouldn't be too difficult. Brina said, you lot are killing me. She said, so I need to move countries for real. DJ Empress says, US men have anaconda. UK men have toothpicks.
I don't know about that.
I guess. I don't know. Brina says, stop it, DJ Press. Brina says, I disagree, Sticky. Say that again?
I haven't come across a toothpick yet.
Toothpick.
I know, I said I haven't come across, it's my accent. I said I haven't come across a toothpick yet.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, class says, Dom, you ain't classy, haha. Chids, so you said that, what you said about the mentality. Could it be argued that, and this is the culture, could it be argued that it's just the culture of the people in that place? So not just the men, but the women too. So, for example, and I'm using use that example, Amsterdam. For those of you who've been in Amsterdam, and like, it's like when people drive in, they cycling, they're happy as Larry. You don't hear no horns being bibbed. Everyone's just on their rattly old bicycles, and it's just everyone's happy as Larry. Like, driving down anywhere else in the UK, horns are bibbing, everyone's doing a madness. So it's like the culture is completely different. So my quick challenge to you is not just the men in those places.
Sorry, 2 seconds. That's about someone off their stick. Like, they drive horrendous in Italy.
Yeah, I didn't say Italy.
Horrendous.
I said Amsterdam.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's overseas though, isn't it?
Okay, but there's many different countries. You just picked one.
It don't come for brake drivers.
Anyway,
Okay,
Sid,
we can be
I
driving.
definitely
Let me mute her.
I
Let me
drive
just
on the
mute.
right side of the road.
Just
I
mute.
definitely agree with you there. I definitely agree with you. That's why I touched on environment, because it does have a lot to do with environment. I mean, if you're in a nice warm place or where the atmosphere is calm and the vibe is nice, like Amsterdam, every motherfucker's high all the time. Do you get me? So there ain't gonna be nothing but a bit of paranoia in the air, but a lot of love. Do you know what I mean? And it's like a lot of endorphins swimming around. So everyone's just loving each other, and it's a more beautiful vibe. I definitely think it has a lot to do with environment, like could be upbringing, could be the type of men, like me personally, the type of men I go for. I always go for like men of Caribbean background or whatever, and that they ain't really, a lot of them ain't really shown that. Do you know what I mean? It's not the way, and the areas that they come from, it's just not the way to be. They don't. They might do it behind closed doors. They might love women. Do you get me? Like, cause you know, men who are attracted to women, most men who are attracted to women, they love women, innit? But they just don't know how to embrace them and to show them off and to make them feel. Not saying you need a man to empower you, but I just think the empowerment is slowly coming now. Like, I find as I'm getting older, it's coming now. And maybe when, I don't know if it's a generational thing, because when I was younger, like, a man would move to you, do you get me, and be nice to you, and they would do the most. Obviously, they was trying to get one thing most of the time, but they would do the most. Whereas now, men they just don't embrace women the way that a foreign man does. It's so different. Yeah, it's weird.
Can I say something quick?
Mhm.
I don't think, I think it is, yeah. I think it's the foreign thing. Yeah, I think we're overthinking it, yeah. I think American men treat American women the same way British men treat
Yeah,
British
that's
women.
yeah.
All right. But if American man gets a British woman, he's going to treat her like she's a British woman. Completely different culture.
Yeah.
If a British man gets an American girl, he's going to treat her like an American girl because the culture is different. So I think it's less to do with where people are from, and people treat people differently when their culture is different. So if you get a Jamaican boy, you don't know how to deal with this Jamaican thing. You're gonna deal with her how you think she gets dealt with. You get? If you get a girl from Spain, you don't know how Spanish girls move, so you're gonna have to deal with her like how Spanish girls move. Man, know how girls from Brixton move. Yeah. So man treating her like a girl from Ross Clark, Brixton. Yeah. Man ain't treating her like she's from Cali. Why? Cause that ain't the Cali pack. Yeah. That's the Brixton. Get me Angel Town pack. You get it? So man, no, man can't be treating her like. You get me? She want to go Noble because she don't really want to go Noble. She just want to go Brixton McDonald's. Get me? Quickly just tap on the screen. That's what she's on. She wants you to go buy a drawer. She wants you to go buy a drawer and a bottle of Henny and go kick back at the crib. Do you get it? That's what she wants. That's what she's on. She grew the same as you grew. She's on this rough thing. She's not on this, oh, you're trying to you want me to go put on heels to go step out. Fuck that. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think it's more based on the culture. You treat, if someone's foreign, the appeal is different. The appeal has become something you're not aware of. It's new, isn't it? It's exciting. So I don't think it's like British men are better than American men, or American men are better than British men, or British girls are better than American girls. I don't really think that's a thing. I think if you date someone from another country, the experience is going to be different from what you've experienced in your country. You understand what I'm trying to say? I think it's more that than American men are amazing because American gal love British men. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So if American men were so much better, why would American girls be on man so much? Do you get what I'm saying?
It's so true. You are right, and I think it's just down to, rather than it being like where you're from and whatever, we just need to start seeing each other as individuals, innit, really, and not really treating each other more or lesser because of where we're from or because the experience is different. Every person is an experience. So I think that we should look at people as an experience rather than just thinking, oh, they're from a different country, so I'm going to treat them nicer or I'm going to do the most. We should actually just treat people accordingly, really, innit?
Subconscious though, subconscious.
It is subconscious.
You don't do it on purpose. You get it? You know, like when you meet someone from a different country, you're not going to approach them the same way you would meet someone and you know they're from your ends. You know, when you see someone and you're like, where you from? Oh, I'm from Croydon. I'm from Croydon. That's it. Because it's the cultural thing. You understand this is how we communicate. You're not going to do that to someone that says, yeah, I'm from Rio de Janeiro, because they don't understand that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So you treat people based on culture, because it's like you identify with certain things in people. It might not always be good. Sometimes, obviously, it comes across bad, innit? And this is what we're probably identifying.
I
don't think it's on purpose, though. I think it's just
no, yeah. I don't think it's on purpose.
You know how people respond to certain things. You know how certain people respond to certain behaviors. You know what I mean?
I just think in general, like I was reading an article on it and it was just saying like the whole dating experience in the UK is totally different to like other countries or whatever. I just find like people who are more cultured, more traveled, have seen more things, that the more knowledge you have, it makes for better conversations and it makes for better places to go. Do you get me? Instead of a man saying like, come to my yard, we'll chat shit, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Or come, I'll take you to the museum. Or come, I'll take you to this. Do you get me? It's a whole different experience. So I think it's about what you attract, really, isn't it? It is about what you attract. And we grow as people. So, and like I said, as I'm getting older, I just find it is changing. And UK men are embracing women like a lot more. But I just find that foreign men, they really empower women, innit? Like, whether even women from their own place or whatever, wherever they're from, it just seems that they empower them. Not totally. I'm not saying totally, because the experience might be different, but I'm just saying they're more forthcoming and open with how they feel about women. They're more open about it, definitely. British men are not. They're not. It's very behind closed doors, or very, they're laid back with it. They're not forthcoming. Whereas, yeah, it's just my personal experiences anyway.
I don't hear you there, guys. Now we've got about 8 minutes left. I need to get through to Milan as well. And I need to read some of his messages, right? So Mills, let me read some of his messages and we'll head over to you. Got about 8 minutes left to go before it cuts out. So Brina said, I all forgot to put the timer on for my cakes. So I think she's got the cakes in the oven. There's no point telling us that, because you're not sharing any. That's not good to us, is it? Brina says, only short men roll up to me. And my question would be, what's wrong with dating, if you're a woman, what's wrong with dating a man that's shorter than you? Topic for a whole nother day. Carl says, look, if you go looking for a chav, then you'll get a chav. You go looking in better places, then you'll get better people. Yes, 100%. Empress says, yes, Chid, with the anaconda, them use it well. Rena says, told him, Chidi, real talk. The mentality is definitely an issue for me, going back to what Chidi was saying as well. Candake Charlene 4A says, oh gosh. Rena says, they only love the accent, going back to what Ashley was saying. She also says, yes, Chids, and treating people appropriately. And DJ Empress says, Milan, what do you think? So Millie Rock, what do you think?
Guys, I'm not as high as a bloody kite. British men and English men, I mean, the same fucking thing. British men and American men. Basically, if the guys are tall in America, as soon as Boris says so, I'm catching a flight. Not Boris, whoever their president is now. I'm catching a flight and I'm gone. Because you see me, I'm a whole 5. I think I'm 5'10" or 5'11". I'm a very tall human being. And I feel like, not including sticks, like, men are just short. Like there were just so many short people. Like,
hold on. You said not including sticks. Am I short?
No, I was thinking, did you not know? And not including Ashley, because Ashley's kind of Ashley's taller than me.
Sure?
Oh, okay. You are 2 of the 5% of British guys that's tall. We get it.
Cool. Not including
the other
Ashley.
95%. Yeah. Okay.
It's
No,
Hold on,
British
hold on,
guys-
hold on.
British guys
It's
are
become
just-
about height, you know. It's all
Hold
about-
on. Next week, right? Tell you what we'll do. Next week, we'll talk about tall women and short men. Why is there an issue? Yeah.
Yeah,
Because for some reason,
yeah.
Milan, Chidi, no, I don't think Chidi said it, actually. Milan, Dom, Empress, Brina all said about men that are taller and shorter than them. Why is that an issue? So next week we'll talk about why that's an issue for women to date men that are shorter than them. Millie Rock, what are you saying?
I think, like personally, forget all the hype and forget all of that bantery shit. Let me try to be serious now, yeah? So basically, I feel like British men and overseas men, or British men and American men, they're the same. Because realistically, like you said, because you've done your Google facts today, England is a smaller, I don't even know the word circumference, it's not even a circle, but do you get what I mean? England's a smaller place. So you're not going to see as many people, because we're going off of posts and shit, because me personally, I've only dated an English guy and ain't never dated no one from overseas. So, like, from what I'm seeing online, you're not going to see as many British people posting shit because you're in England. 2, it depends on who you're following. And 3, England's a smaller, England's like this big. America's like, you can't even fit it on the screen. Do you know what I mean? So people-wise, there's more men in America that's making their Instagram posts look lovely because they're putting flowers on the bed, or they're doing some shit, or they took their girl. I was gonna say the Eiffel Tower, but that's the wrong country. But they're going somewhere with their girl when they're going here. Do you know what I mean? It just is what it is. It's bigger. But if America was the same size as England, then it'll be exactly the same, and we wouldn't have a topic to talk about, basically. Do you get it? So that's my point.
Definitely agree there. Also, me some more messages. Brina says the mad thing is, if you're from ends, it's very hard to find men that have a similar mentality to me. Well, stop looking in the ends then for having the same mentality as you.
So no, that's so true, because I don't fuck with nobody from where I live. Like nobody. Listen, my ass goes straight. My ass been going up the M4 from day dot. Let me tell you, because no, thank you. I would never fuck with anybody from where I live. No,
there you go.
either.
Exactly. Brina also says yes, Sticky. She's agreeing with me. Empress says yes. I can't wait. Can you be on time next week? Now, have you guys know? I was here from 20:09. I was early as anything. I was
here from 9:45.
Exactly. So I was in 20:09.
Yeah, I was the second on time. I'm always late. Everybody knows.
I was here at 9:57.
I'm just saying.
9:57. I'm going to heaven. Okay.
I'm just saying. Brina says my daughter's dad is short, but again, what's wrong with dating shorter men? Empress says yeah, but him still reach Brina if you have a beautiful daughter. Brina says I've stopped. Real talk, I need lockdown to done. Oh wow. Right, guys, it's almost that time. Yeah, it's almost the time. It's almost been 1 hour. Yes, we were late this week, and again, I say we. I weren't late. These motherfuckers were late. Okay, I was on time.
I weren't late, bro.
I weren't late.
I was on time. I'm always on time.
Nobody was late. We just had a little delay. That's all.
Yeah.
We were chatting a bag of wax for about 25 minutes. Sticky was sitting there pissed off than a motherfucker, pretending to be diplomatic about it. I think your face was not impressed. So he's like, okay, guys, I'll just wait.
Saying, I'm ready when you guys are ready.
I'll just wait. I'll just wait.
20:09, I logged on.
Teacher. Sticky turned into a supply teacher. Oh my God.
20:09, I logged on. I was just waiting there. 20:09. I thought, let me get in early just to make sure. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, we're back next week. If you haven't already, make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
All of that.
Share, subscribe. Check some of our older videos. You can see episode 29 when I get insulted for an hour from you bastards. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Like, share, subscribe. And we're back next week, Wednesday.
And that's when we started recording.
So we're back next week, 10 o'clock, and we're going to be talking about taller women, shorter men, and why there's an issue. But yeah, thank you for everyone for tuning in. So until next week, see you later.
Thanks for coming, y'all.